Way back in April 2007, Sports Interactive unveiled Football Manager Live, a casual MMO for hardcore footy nuts. And they also shared with us a thrilling vision of the future of social gaming.
Can you imagine people sitting over their laptops playing the game in the pub?
And while we imagined, they dared to dream. So here we are, 2 years later, ready for kick-off, and about to spend the evening playing the game in a pub. Right, drinks on you, mate. I'm going to go and find Steven Gerrard and kick his ass.
Being a successful footballer isn't just about raw talent. It requires focus, dedication, commitment and professionalism both on and off the field. Which is why the relationship between top players and seedy drinking establishments has enjoyed such a long and glorious history. And even those who have long since retired find it hard to kick the habit. So what better place to settle down for a chinwag with Sports Interactive than a traditional East London boozer? And we promise to be on our best behaviour.
Look, just give me a week on this and I will smash you.
Whatever, mate.
Well, we'll see.
We will see.
We will see.
We will see.
We will see, because you know what, mate? It's not the winning, it's the rubbing it in.
Football Manager Live is a big gamble for the UK studio. It's an attempt to achieve in the MMO space what Football Manager and Championship Manager before it have done in the traditional management sim genre. As SI is fond of saying, FM Live is a cross between Football Manager, Fantasy Football and eBay. The proper players, the reams of stats, the spreadsheet orgasm of options are there, if not quite up to regular FM levels. The difference is, this time you create your own club. You're the manager, the coach and the chairman. And you take part in leagues and competitions against thousands of real players. Plus, though it lacks the 3D of Football Manager 2009, the Sports Interactive match engine here is as uncannily realistic as ever. And with matches taking place live, you'll be under huge pressure to make snap decisions that could prove the difference between winning and being Steve McLaren. If you're a footy fan who's sneered at MMO addicts in the past while avoiding playing them like Michael Owen avoids scoring goals, then it might just be payback time. Having spent well over a year on the training ground, Football Manager Live quietly kicked off online late last year, with no press release, no announcement, no fanfare. That's given the team a couple of months to check everything works before the game hits the shops on January the 23rd. Before we got down to the main business of heavy drinking and glassing each other in the face, SI head coach Miles Jacobson and Sega's James Charles walked us through the completed game and played a match live over the interweb.
So when you select a match challenge with someone else live, and we'll find out who this is in a second, you have 5 minutes to select your team or select your crazy tactic. I'm just going to let the system auto-select for me. So as you can see here, we've got a chat box going on, we've got the match being played out live. So the game's playing. At any point I can go off and do something else. I can look at players in auctions, I look at transfer lists, I can look at latest results.
And right on cue, the internet connection duly died at the key moment.
Just hold on, wait there. We've got a little delay to the server, the signal's not particularly good here.
Looks like tech support had already been at the shots.
Well, we've had the team talk from James, so now we're going to talk tactics with the man who calls the shots from the Sports Interactive dugout, Miles Jacobson. Miles, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining me, in fact, as you have as our event this evening.
It's always a pleasure. Now, first time we spoke to you about this game was April 2007. It was supposed to come out in spring 2008 originally. It's now January 2009.
Well, we went into beta testing when we first came out, and the feedback from the beta testers was absolutely brilliant, and it has shaped the game in a slightly different way. And thankfully, we're working with a publisher who understand that we want to make the best games possible. So we decided to delay the release.
It's something brand new for you guys doing an MMO. Has it proved a lot more challenging than even you expected?
On the technical side of things, yeah, on actually getting it all up and running, but we haven't done that much of that. You know, we've got the guys at Sega who've been working on that side of things. The other exciting thing for me was the decision that we made to have what we're dubbing constant development. which means rather than releasing expansion packs and things like that, every few months we'll have new features going into the game.
Now the game's come out of beta now, it's up and running. I've been playing it this week. My team's on an amazing unbeaten 3-match run. Thank you very much. How's it going so far? What kind of feedback are you getting?
Well, the feedback's been really good all the way through. One of the things that we've seen over the last few years with MMOs is there have been a lot of MMOs that have launched with a lot of bang and a lot of shouting, and we've shipped this many copies, we've sold this many day one, and 3 months later they don't have any subscribers left. We'd rather take the approach that EVE Online and World of Warcraft have had, and other successful MMOs over the years, where they've actually started very humble and grown over time as word of mouth has spread.
Now you call this a casual MMO. I mean, casual is a horrible, imprecise word applying to gaming, but how casual really is it? Because I mean, even just starting up myself this week, as soon as you go in there, it's quite overwhelming at first. There's a lot to kind of get your head around. For someone that has never played Football Manager before, isn't much of a gamer, you know, the casual tabloid reading football fan, are you confident that they can get to grips with this easy enough?
Yeah, because a lot of the information that's in there is there for the hardcore. You know, we're not saying that no hardcore people should be playing the game. What we're saying is that the experience that you get from the game, you can quite easily play a couple of nights a week, 2 or 3 nights a week for an hour a night and get loads out of the game. We've taken a lot of inspiration from lots of games with elves and orcs in them. It's not just Football Manager that we've been inspired by.
You can tell from the way you dress, Miles.
Yeah, well, I'm more of an elf than an orc, I think.
We were discussing this earlier, we think Ian Dow is probably the Football Manager most like an orc out there. Would you agree with that?
More than Wayne Rooney?
I won't hear a bad word said against Rooney.
Okay, but he is kind of... But he's
more Shrek-like, he's ogre-like more than an orc.
Is there a difference between an orc and an ogre? See, this is where my knowledge of
I think we should probably leave that one to the internet. The potential for peril for people playing this in the office is quite high. How socially responsible are you, Miles?
Well, we've put a boss mode in there so that people just minimise it and the boss won't know that they're playing.
So not very?
No, not at all. Again, you know, we ask everyone to play our games responsibly.
Do you know many people that have played Football Manager responsibly?
No.
Now, while we fulfil our journalistic obligations and drink the bar dry, we recommend you take a look at the full Eurogamer.net verdict right now by hitting the red button.
Who's going to win the Premiership this season?
I'm unfortunately, just because they always do so well, I still think Man United have probably got the best chance.
Is the right answer. Come on, boys.
The things I say to get on Eurogamer. I feel dirty now, Johnny. I feel dirty.